All right, welcome to our 2025 Soul Acceleration Workshop. Wow.
Yay!
And my name is Kathy Marie Howell, and I am in Lexington, Kentucky, and my illustrious co-host.
Yes, I'm Ember Tyler, and I'm coming from Atlanta, Georgia.
So it seems kind of interesting us doing this separate because normally we're together. So this is maybe like a first, really, or I get like kind of like what you were saying earlier, is kind of going back to retro, back to the old school of doing it separate together.
Yeah, Soul Acceleration, I mean, we've been doing this, I think this is our fifth year, and it's like one of our favorite things. Technically, we've been doing this longer than that in a way, but we had a system of how we close out the year and prepare for the next year, and we decided to make it a group event, a fun group event. Well, we've kind of gone back. This is our first year in several years of going back to just doing it. The two of us, Kathy and myself, coming together and doing it. Instead of a big group event, which takes longer. So this way it is so much easier, especially for everyone watching. It's you can do this in your own time, and we give you tools to do it kind of your own way too, if you want.
Yes, especially going back to the fact that we realize it is November 11th, and we chose this day because of the opportunity for the veil being thin, the lots of potential, and to realize also that it is a little early to close out the year, but yet it's on everybody's mind, right? So we're just going to be the ones to just say it and just say, hey, you know, we understand it's your time. And so that's where having these tools early enough that you can do it on your own time is really important. And really it feels a very nice closure for Ember and myself in the Luna's Vault Academy, and just to really focus on blessing everything that we've created and yet excited for what we are creating. So just that nice little piece for that.
And I don't know about you, but the holidays are usually chaotic. So I like doing this a little bit ahead of time. So even if, we go back and watch again, watch the replay, maybe on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day or closer to the end of the year or the beginning of next year is completely fine. You can do it at any time, but I like doing it now because kind of sets the tone for the rest of the year so I can just chill and have fun and not worry about all of the like my intentional work. How's it going? What am I doing? I, it allows me to be present and during the holidays.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
I like
Okay. Speaking of being present, we're going to start our soul acceleration like we do all of our calls inside of our academy. We're going to take those 3 breaths. We're going to come in, give ourselves a big internal hug, release any energy that's not ours or that we don't want to bring forward. And then we're going to take a breath for those that are in our thoughts and in our hearts, and then a breath for a special intention that we hold today. So if you want to go ahead and close your eyes and drop your head into your heart space and take a big deep breath and let it go. And take that breath for those that are in our thoughts and in our hearts, for you all. And this last breath is for a special intention that you set today for our time together, whatever that looks like for you. Yeah. And so we're going to do our candle ritual. So if you have a candle, you'll want to get that. You got it?
I'm ready. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so you can repeat after me. Let this flame represent
Let this flame represent
the wild spirit that burns within each of us.
the wild spirit that burns within each of us.
As we awaken our own wild spirit,
As we awaken our own wild spirit,
may we awaken the collective.
may we awaken the collective. And a special thank to the Wild Woman Project for that beautiful incantation.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, that's been a beautiful guiding light, knowing that we're partnership with the other ladies that went through that program together. So, and the ones
Yes.
that continue to go through it, right?
Yeah.
So, we have a list of the supplies, but just want to confirm before we kind of get into it that you've got your fireproof container, you've got your little pieces of paper, your journal, something bigger to write on. We are going to do a closing ceremony with that. And then any tools, soul sprays, incense, anything else that you want. Okay.
Yeah, any crystals, anything, any other thing that you just want to incorporate. None of those are absolutely required, but always needed and loved, right?
Yeah. And of course, we like to wear ours too. Always have our. And obviously turn off distractions. So, in this busy world, it's kind of, it's always, it's like, remember to do that because I know on 24/7, so it's nice to have a moment just to do something for yourself, to really have the time to go within.
One thing too about the list, we do have like a fireproof container on the list, but if you don't have that or you don't feel comfortable lighting a fire in your house, we have an alternative for that too. So don't feel like you're going to miss out on anything.
Yeah, right.
All
So,
right.
all right. So yeah, if you are settled and ready, I'm going to take a drink. So we're just going to go through our process. We're going to start with the meditation to kind of get in the mood and really get centered. And then what we'll do is we'll just walk through the release ceremony and then we'll go into calling in the next year. And then we'll end with drawing our cards, our focus for 2025. Anything else?
Nope, I'm ready.
Perfect. Okay, let me get my music called up again here. Let me clear my throat too. My goodness. I love these live events. It's like you get the real thing here. Real and raw. Okay.
Authenticity always.
Exactly. Okay. Can you hear that okay? Yeah. Okay. Can you hear my voice okay? Fantastic. So, this is a grounding and expansion meditation. And it's a place for you to just come home into yourself. And so I invite you to take a moment to find a comfortable position where you can fully relax and go within. Closing your eyes gently. Taking a deep breath in and a long, slow exhale out. With each breath, allow your body to sink into relaxation. Deeper and deeper. Letting go of anything that came before this moment. Just allowing yourself to arrive here fully. As you breathe, bring awareness to the natural rhythm of your breath. Imagine each breath as a wave, gently washing over you, bringing peace and ease to every part of your body. Each inhale, inviting energy and light. Each exhale, releasing any heaviness, any lingering thoughts, letting them drift away. Now, as you continue breathing, I invite you to visualize roots growing from the soles of your feet, reaching down into the core of Mother Earth. These roots grow deep, reaching through layers of rich, nourishing soil, connecting you to the stability of the earth below. Feel the strength, the support, and the grounding energy rising up from these roots, anchoring you here, safe and steady. The earth beneath you is here to hold you, to remind you of your inner strength and resilience. As you feel the support of the earth below, bring to mind a memory from this past year that fills you with gratitude. Let it be the first one that comes to mind, perhaps a small moment or a larger accomplishment. Allow yourself to immerse in the feeling, noticing where the gratitude expands in your body. Let it fill your heart, allowing your whole being to remember just how this experience enriched your journey. Breathe into it and let it expand. Now, in your mind's eye, lift your gaze to the sky above you, imagining the vast openness filled with light, possibility and potential. As you breathe, see a gentle golden light coming down from the sky, as if from the sun or a star far above. This light is warm, illuminating, and pure. It gently rests at the top of your head, connecting you to a sense of inspiration, clarity, and purpose. Allow this golden light to flow down through your crown, down into your heart, connecting with the gratitude there, expanding it even further. Let it continue to flow through your entire being, moving from every cell, bringing warmth, peace, and expansion. Take a moment to let your mind open to a vision of the year ahead. You may see it, sense it, or simply know it. Feel yourself moving with ease through each moment, carrying the peace, strength, and gratitude that you've cultivated. Notice how this vision feels in your body, where you feel the excitement, the curiosity, and the joy of possibility. Know that whatever you choose to carry forward, whatever intentions you set, will unfold with grace as you allow yourself to be in alignment with your highest path. As we prepare to step fully into the present, gently bring your awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, take one last deep breath, carrying with you the grounding strength of the earth below and the expansive light from above. And when you feel ready, open your eyes, feeling centered, empowered, and ready to welcome in the possibilities of a new year. It was a little abrupt there, but mm,
Thank you so much for that.
you're so welcome. Yeah,
And with that acknowledgement, let's also take some time to acknowledge what came up during that meditation and what amazing things that have happened to us over the last year. And what even small things that have happened to us, that have happened with us, that have happened because of us, because we've manifested it. There's like a lot of little moments throughout the year that we can give gratitude for, even if it was a difficult year for you. This is a time to really stop and think, what worked this year?
yeah,
Um, Something that comes up for me is the word of the year that I chose for 2024. My word really helped. My word is alignment. And it's really helped keep me in alignment for this entire year. And it's something that you and I always promote everyone having a word of the year.
yeah.
What was yours this year?
It was seen, which
How did
is
that
like,
feel?
oh, it was I want to say it was a little bit of a stretch for me because I
Gotcha.
have a tendency to want to hide. And so, which is of course why I chose seen. And so, yeah, it was a stretch. And so it definitely has helped me with choosing my word for 2025.
So
So,
is it like a continuation on that path?
kinda. I mean, isn't that always in life? I mean, unless we just totally rip out the rug from beneath of us.
Right,
Um,
right, yeah.
yeah,
Or wanting to go a completely different direction. It could be part of that too, I guess, that like the realization of pivot.
right.
Never
Yes,
mind.
right. No, there's no going back, right? There's no going back. It's only forward. So words that support that. So, um, should you want me to share my one for 2025, or do you want to wait until a little later, or do you want to share yours?
Wait, just a minute. And news to me, I didn't know you already had it. But yeah, wait for that. Because right now what I want to do is really think about what this word did for
Yeah.
us, right? Is we're acknowledging the the entire year and the focus of what we chose for ourselves this year and how that propelled us. And if it did, maybe it didn't. And maybe this is right now, as you all are watching this soul acceleration, maybe this is your aha moment of like, oh, I need to choose this. I need to find something to really help guide my entire year and keep me focused on my path. And alignment was such a logical choice. But it's funny because I've always used that word to talk about the word of the year, that it keeps you in alignment. And after doing it for years, I'm like, well, that is going to be my word. And it really, really helped. And it really helped me with permission to release things that would come to me that pulled me off task.
Yes. Yeah. Makes you kind of want to choose it for a second year, doesn't it? Especially when it feels like we're like such in the deep of this work.
Hmm.
I don't know if you feel that or not, but in the soul, in the, sorry, the Limited Vault Academy, we're in the empowered topic. And it's like, just, yeah, I kind of want to just keep going. And yet we are going to keep going, which is why we're here, right?
Yeah, all right, here we go. Okay, so with that said, take a minute, pause us, take a minute to really think of and write down two or three things that went really well for you this year. Something that was really positive that you want to carry forward. Um, and if you had a word of the year, how that helped you. All right. So it's just some acknowledgement of that. And this next step of what we're going to do in this ceremony, though, is release any negativity that this year brought us. And it's where we're going to take out little pieces of paper, and they can be small, as small as you want them to be. Um, you may have one, you may have many pieces, but this whole idea of this part of the ceremony is to get really specific on what old energy you want to move out. What is taking up too much of your time, too much of your effort, whether that be something physically that's going on with you, whether that be something emotionally, mentally, spiritually, even socially. What is happening in your world that you don't want to carry into 2025? So just take a moment and write a few down and just to give you some ideas. It could be like toxic relationships. It could be just like some old patterns, some baggage from your past. Any addictive behaviors would be a good option here. Expectations, judgments, definitely fear, or any sort of like physical pain or emotional pain and suffering that you've been going through. So what is it you want to release?
Those are all so good. Overcommitment.
Mm.
Those kind of, even that,
Oh,
just
that's
saying,
a good
yeah.
one.
I
Yeah.
know it is good. Yeah, I was like, oh.
Deep breath on that.
Yeah. Kind of going back to your alignment word.
For sure.
I really think, yeah, like even especially the expectations from others. I think that's such a subconscious thing that people do. I know myself included.
Yes.
And that's, I think that's kind of really important to let go of.
Well, even like expectations of yourself too.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, yes.
Especially like, here we're thinking of the end of the year and, what we put on, whether we do, a word of the year or have New Year's resolutions or like all these things early on that we're going to do. And then, release that thought of like, I didn't do it, so let's beat ourselves up over it. No,
Right.
not what this is about,
Yeah,
right? It's
no.
the lessons that we've learned.
So I want to just tag that along with my scene because, like, so many times it's that the judgment, or even, it's that overcommitment because it's like, oh, if I want to be seen, it's like, oh, I got to put myself out there. In reality, it's like being very present when I am there. That can be a lot of it, even. And so, you know, really, yeah, releasing judgment on any part of your life, I think is just going to be super important in 2025.
Now, the goal behind this is a burn ceremony, right? We're going to take this. We have a fireproof container. We're going to burn these papers. Did mine, whoops, teeny tiny. Um,
Mhm.
'Cause I don't have my big cauldron like I usually do, but we're going to burn these, but also you don't have to. You can actually just tear them and then bury them. That is an option as well. So don't feel like you have to burn.
And you
But
can flush
you
them.
all,
Yep,
if you're, are you ready to do yours?
I am. I'm going to put one more together. I've got a few here. I'm committed to releasing.
Because we have a little incantation.
All of it.
I'll,
Yes.
that I'll have you repeat as we burn or
Yes.
tear.
Okay, hang on just 1 second here. Okay. Let me grab my little burn container, get everything safe here. Okay.
Okay. Repeat each sentence after me, please. With ease and grace, I release these things that I no longer have a use for in my life.
With ease and grace, I release these things that I no longer have a use for in my life.
I am grateful for the lessons that these thoughts, people, and experiences were intended to teach me.
I am grateful for the lessons that these thoughts, people, and experiences were intended to teach me.
Ooh, yeah. I acknowledge that these are now in the past as I release them.
I acknowledge that these are in the past as I release them.
I
One
am
more
done.
burn. I am done. Oh, with that, I am done. There we go. A little smoking.
Yes. Nice.
Beautiful. All right.
I've put
Yeah,
mine in
that's
a candle. It's the end
oh,
of a candle.
that's good. And it's good to yeah, try to write on as small a piece of paper as you can in case, unless you have a big bonfire, it's up to you, but burning
Now I have
inside.
pastel accelerations. I've had the big cauldron. I love doing it, but this year everything's a little different.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's transition into receiving.
Yes. Okay. So if you've done this ritual with us before, then you'll know. But I have a display of what I had for a few years ago. And I typically like to put mine inside of my Divine Art Alchemy. So this is what it will look like. And you don't have to do any of this other stuff, but you can. But basically, it's your name. It's a heart and a center circle. So we'll use all of that energy here. And I'll just describe that
As we go through each step.
as we go through each step. I just think that a nice little visual is always, uh, it helps me so much. So, first off, what you're going to do is you're going to draw as large as you want to, circle. And it doesn't have to be perfect. We all know that perfection is non existent. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to write your name in the center of the circle. You can write whatever name you want to be acknowledged by. And next, you're going to draw a heart around it so that that represents the love that you have. You're encompassing yourself. And the circle represents this beautiful energy that we've created today and can represent boundaries. It can represent lots of different things, whatever it means to you. But for this, we're energetically creating a portal with ourself through love. And so I do have something to say when you do this. So you'll want to put one hand on the center over your name and the other hand on your heart. And if you will, please repeat after me. I am exactly where I am supposed to be at this time.
I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be at this time.
Everything always has been, is now, and will be okay.
Everything always has been, is now, and will be okay.
I breathe and offer gratitude for my accomplishments and the lessons of my past.
I breathe and offer gratitude for my accomplishments and lessons of my past.
I am seen, I am heard, and I am supported by the universe as I co create my journey.
I am seen, I am heard, I am supported as by the universe as I co-create my journey.
I trust the process.
I
I let
trust, oh, sorry. I trust the process.
yes. See, everything divine timing. I let go of control and breathe in my new beginning.
I let go of control and breathe in my new beginning.
Okay, now breathe in and place your hands together at your heart center. And then breathing out and release. So, through this, we consciously move forward to the new year, to the new beginning.
Yes. Okay, let's share a song together. And this song is perfect for what is coming on the backside, the next segment. But it gets us in the mood. It gets us prepared. So I want to share my screen for the lyrics. This song is called Revolution by Robbie Williams and Guy Chambers. It's performed by Robbie Williams and Rose Stone of Sly and the Family Stones. A beautiful song.
Nice.
Just keep breathing in me. Start over. Here we go. Can you hear? Yes.
Yes.
Don't let the feeling relax. So child, the knots in your back. 'Cause you've been holding on. I feel you when you're reaching out. Get through memories. Just keep breathing with me. It's time to hold my hand and walk into the revolution. Now there's no one to touch, and you've been thinking too much. Only heard you say when it's all about retribution. Make your face and can't breathe but the space. It's time to lead you on. Come on. It's a revolution. You can't keep on keeping on. I never think you're leaving upon us. So, God, sometimes with love shines on. And a flame in your heart. I'm in your mouth with words. Your future self, yeah. Walking with the revolution. Talk about revolution.
It
All
went
your fingers on,
beautiful.
just feeling it out.
Know you're tired when it's time to sleep. You're gone forever. Friends with your past, then you can live it last. Now you find yourself walking with the revolution. You can't keep on keeping on, and everything you leave upon is so gone. There's no need to feel your pain. Don't talk to me about it. Stand in your self, yeah. When you're walking with the sun. It's all about resolution. Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you for sharing the words too. Like that was really helpful.
Yeah, yeah, that song is do you ever have like, hear or see a piece of art and like it makes you like it touches you in a place where it makes you cry?
Mm-hmm.
That song has always like I want to cry now. I don't know why that song always does that to me.
Yeah. Because you're here for a revolution. It's our divine purpose, right? We came here for this reason.
It's so touching for whatever reason. I mean, he has a lot of amazing songs. He has a lot of crappy ones too. But to give him props, man, when he hits 1000%, and that is really made me cry for some reason. Like even in like more touching songs he has, they don't make me cry. That one is just the arrangement, the band, that's just the Rose Stone. My God, it just makes me cry. But anyway,
Oh,
thank you all for dancing along to that. I hope you feel the revolution. I hope you're ready to spiral up because that's what this year's all about. Are
mm,
you ready for this revolution?
yeah. So thinking
So,
about, yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Um, so what this soul acceleration is all about, like we're ready to get into to the next year portion. We're ready to draw cards for each moon cycle for next year, and also for our ally card, our word of the year, our collective word of the year. Last year we had playfulness,
Mm-hmm.
and That was interesting too. I love the alignment, which was my personal word of the year, and connecting it with playfulness.
Mm,
So, like, even when sometimes it was like a heavy situation, I'm like, okay, what is, one, is it in alignment? And two, what is the lighter side of this? What, what,
right.
so it's so great to be able to share that playfulness with everyone. That word, whatever
Yes.
that may be. Of this year, it was playfulness.
I love that. So before we share the word of the year, let's talk about the energy of the year. Let's talk about
What
it being, so typically what we look at is, since we do love numbers so much, choosing the 1111 day, we look at the number of the year. We also look at the uh, Chinese zodiac and what that looks like. And so kind of incorporating those energies in as well. So, which was really like going back to 2024. I loved having the 8 year. Like that just felt so good with the balance and really with everything going on. It was a beautiful reminder to keep coming back to the balance. What does balance look like to you, as well as even like that infinity, that beautiful infinity sign? What's the possibilities, the potential of the year? And so the nine's a little rougher, I will say, when it comes to it's not as elegant. I know, right? I know.
that is elegant. Well, I love all of this too, like the number and the Lunar New Year stuff, and really every card that we draw from here on out. Um, there possibilities, things to think about for your own personal word of the year.
Yes.
I might be able to find a little nugget of inspiration in there.
Yes. All right. So let's talk about the energy first, and then we'll go into the collective word of the year, and then we'll do our calendar. So going back to 2025 being the number nine, and what that symbolizes is that completion. Because, if you think of 0 to 9 is going all through the numbers and how they build upon each other. And so that it's really the end of a cycle, it's that completion, the transformation, like you've arrived. However, we're going to go through the whole entire year before you've arrived because, this is just the beginning. So the stage, like if you think of life as your stage, is the stage is set for transition and surrender. And so really going into that with looking at, okay, if the stage is set for transition and surrender, how can I access this energy to really harness it and make the most out of it? So going back to utilizing the number nine, it's associated with humanitarianism, creativity, and wisdom. It takes wisdom to get to the completion, transition, transformation, all of that. And really, it's this humanitarianism is important. We are part of the collective. And so it's also pulling in this creativity. Like it's going to be interesting to see how creative people are because I think with everything happening all at once that there's going to be so much available to us that it really will be kind of fun to see. So this is the year to complete that unfinished business though. Is to really to think about like if I have any projects I've been really hanging on to or kind of put aside, like maybe see if you still want to do them first. And if you want to do them, like commit to this being your year to get it done, get it done. So that's a really important thing to note. And then just really embrace the process of letting go. I think that's really super empowering, even though it doesn't always seem like it, because it's like, oh, it feels weak sometimes, going back to this old conditioning of, what does letting go mean? But it's really going back to your word, Amber, of like the alignment. Like, is it aligned still? So take on some inner reflection, the spiritual growth, and then prepare to embark on a new chapter and just get excited for it because it really is. It's like if you think about, that 9 months or 9 years or nine anything that there's been a lot of buildup, a lot of expectation, a lot of what's going to happen, and just remember that you are the co-creator of your world, and be sure to look through your lens so that you can see what's the highest good for all. So that completes. Do you have anything that you'd like to add on that?
Well, no, well, yes and no. It's the perfect segue into the Lunar New Year. The Lunar New Year starts January 29th of 2025. So yes, we got a little bit of time before this actually transpires. We are right now still in that wooden dragon. Uh, but what we're going to move to is the wooden snake. So I love snake energy and talk about revolution, transformation. Like that's what this is all about. And you said that and renewal, just right. Like we're at the end of one precipice, ready to start the next, and not even ready to start, wanting to complete one, knowing we're going to transition to another. Right. So not in the action of like I'm going to do there. We're still let's say if as we like you said, the co-creators of our own life, we're literally finishing one chapter before we turn the page for the next. So
Yes.
this is all wood snake stuff. Perfectly.
Oh, oh, I love it.
It's all about personal growth. So where do we want to be? Where are we now? Where do we want to be? This is the perfect opportunity for in 2025 for any personal growth and development that you want to do, whether it be spiritually, emotionally, physically, socially, mentally. Um, this is also all about adaptability, being able to connect to a situation in a different viewpoint, to be able to adapt into it, even if it's something that you're not really wanting to do, right? How can you adapt? How can you morph into it? This is really a year focused on our own personal intuition. So that does put a little more emphasis on the spiritual growth, that development. But it just generally speaking, all personal development with an emphasis on spiritual. This is a time for introspection. This is a time to look within ourselves, a year to look within ourselves. Um, but it's also not to get caught up in our own world too deeply, but it's also a very analytical, right? Like we don't want to get too stuck in overthinking and overanalyzing situations, but that may happen a little bit. So be prepared and be aware when it is happening. It's time to be very analytical about our path, our purpose, and the situations around us. So yeah, just take a very thoughtful approach to it. And it's also a time to for the wood snake, it's also a time to like dive into things that are very beautifully, let's say like aesthetics, like paying attention to art and falling in love with art and beauty.
Mm, all right. I love that. I love all of that. It's, yeah, I
Yeah.
think we're going to see I think it's going to be really interesting to see what this year brings. I think it's going to be a mixed bag of emotions and all of
It
it.
is.
So, yeah, focus
Because there's
on,
something about the end, like the nine, the finishing and not knowing what's next, knowing that
right,
you're really close to it. There's a bit of fear a lot of times involved with that, not knowing what's around the
right.
corner.
Yes.
But yeah, going through and looking back as as we share this calendar with you, it'll have all this information in it and be able to look back and see, hey, this is about me adapting to things. This is about like my own personal growth and development. Just, to take this is about the revolution. And it's okay.
Exactly.
We're gonna
And
be
just
okay.
remember, yeah, you are co-creating your life. So whatever, if you're not enjoying what you're experiencing, how can you experience something different? Maybe go to a little higher level view, maybe pull yourself out a little bit and kind of see, not be so close, going back to the not being able to see the forest because of the trees. Step back and get on a airplane or a helicopter or something
Hot air
and
balloon.
exactly. I love it. Yes, yes. Oh, all right. So now is the time to share our word of the year. So we have
What do we have?
ding ding ding. So
Here we
this is
go. Start pulling some cards.
yes. Well, I love the sacred geometry and I'm kind of the tradition girl. So I've chose since we go back and forth on who gets to choose the word of the year, collective energy. This is the one I go back to and it's I'm not really sure um it came into my life, but I acquired it several years, quite a few years ago, and just have really enjoyed it. So but it's Janosh is who does this and who gives us the meanings. But I love the cards and I just found them so beautiful. So drum roll, please. Got our drum roll for our word of the year. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ding. We have
Oh,
passion.
oh my gosh, it's all purple. I love it.
I do too.
Purple passion.
The purple passion. So this is what I really love about this is really seeing this energetic field on both sides and seeing so of course so now you get to adapt this to you and it's really I think cool coming off of the playfulness because when we think about playfulness it's really about our passions, right? You get playful when you're passionate about your life and can enjoy it. It's not about the I mean obviously you can take passion the other side. However, collectively, I think this is going to bring in goodness. So I'll read the message from that's in the book here. So know that you are able to create anything you want. You determine what your future looks like. I'll hold it back up here. You determine what your future looks like. You can turn your dreams into reality when you create it out of passion, without fear, and most of all, from the heart. The energy of passion will help you reach your passion and realize that you are capable of anything if it's done with passion. So there's your permission card.
I love that. Because, I mean, we kind of need it sometimes.
Exactly. And it'll be, yeah, it's
Passion.
going to be, yeah, really interesting on, I'm very, very excited though. I think that's a beautiful card. So thank you. And then, yeah, if you want to share your word of the year with us as we, in the replay, any of this stuff, like we'd love to hear that.
Please, yes. All right. So let's start. We'll start our moon cycles for 2025. Something a little different that we've done in the past, where we have more decks to choose from. Before we've only had one apiece. Now we have two apiece. So we'll have a lot of variety for this upcoming year. And we'll introduce them as we go through um, for each one. So I'm going to start in January or the first, let's just say the first. Um,
Do
and
you
that,
want to do you want to share the decks that you brought first? Let's show what we're
and then
working with.
just
Just
fly
at
through
least
them.
kind of like the tarot and tea, how we share the actual deck um,
Yeah.
and then go from there.
All right. So I have Curious Creatures. Curious Creatures is by Chris Ann. It is a tarot deck and it's freaking adorable. You guys, if you're familiar with it, I'm sure you're dancing right now that this is going to be a part of the year coming ahead. And if you're not, you're going to love it.
That is fun, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. All right. What's your,
Okay, I
we'll do in
am
order.
doing the intuitive whispers. This is this is
Folks.
fairly new to me, but I really really like it. Her name is it's by Maud Hurst, and I like that it's very grounding and yeah, it's kind of different, and yet it's yeah feels like a a warm blanket or like something like very nurturing, kind of like was
Ooh.
what yeah, kind of like that old, it's like an old familiar friend that you didn't know you had until you met him, and then it's like, oh, I love you. You're great.
Oh, I love that.
So yeah, we get her,
All
and
right.
then
Well,
yes,
speaking of old familiar friend, this is Ciro Marchetti. I adore his work, and we're going to do the Oracle of Visions.
nice. Yeah, those
That
are
is an old
great.
familiar friend that I've had forever, but I love that. Love that deck. We haven't utilized it, so.
Oh, I know. Well, there's so many, right? There's so many. All right, so this is The Sacred Forest, and so this is by Denise Lynn. And so I really love her work. She does beautiful and very ethereal.
All
So,
right. Well, let's get the party started. Well,
mhm.
right, let's get the party up a revolution.
Exactly. Let's
All
do
right.
it with it.
I'm going to start with curious creatures for our first month. And these have already been shuffled, but I'm still going to do a little mini shuffle just because I can't help myself.
I know, right? And it's good just to put all this collective energy that we just created into the deck.
Okay. We start out our first moon cycle. Oh, interesting. Okay, we're starting out with the Five of Wands. Now, those of
Ooh.
you who know tarot know that, huh, really? So this could anything usually about adversities. And because it's the Five of Wands, it could be about like, it's very fiery, so it's about creativity. So the Five of Wands could be about some sort of disagreement or strife that happens for our month. Um, hang on.
Oh, that's so interesting because I remember that from a couple of years ago, actually. And it was a
Oh,
big
spot
concern.
on. And it
All
was
right.
spot on, and it was so needed and so therapeutic. We
Yes.
all collectively had that to share and to work through together. Uh,
Yes.
so, all right, let me get this back up here again. So, what's interesting about this, if we have challenges that will come up during this first month, first moon month, then it is about a friendly competition or being pushing, whether it's ourselves or pushing others to excel. It's about ambitions, and it's about meeting any opposing energy that we have with a light heart and being able to work any problems out with a group of people. So we're here for support.
Mm, yes.
Get started started the year off right. It's about negotiations and group dynamics, and it's about navigating the game of life.
Yeah. I think it's going to be great, especially after us getting through what we did before. It was like, that's going to be a walk in the park.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. What do we have next?
Okay.
Take our second moon of the year.
So we're going to go into our these intuitive whispers, and we have 10, which is a message from the third eye. So really it's, if you're familiar with the chakras, that third eye, it's really about trusting. It's just full
Version.
on any any messages that we receive. So this is for February, right?
Huh?
So, yeah, traditionally the month of love. So, What's that third eye have to say for you?
All right, we'll be sharpening our intuition on that month.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In a second, let me get this, do a little mini shuffle on the third month, our third cycle. Okay, so the number is 19. This is, there we go. This is about deep contemplation. This is about analysis. Remember I said we were going to do a lot of that, a lot of analytical, getting in our own heads. So, but it's also about awareness. So the awareness of us doing that. So it'll be a good time just after a few months to check in and see how in our heads we really are. All right. So it's about see if there's anything, I'm sorry, see if there's anything else I wanted to add to that, but I think that's pretty much going to sum it up. Making sure that we have, we're aware of our freedom of choice, not to get too caught up within our own thoughts. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. All right.
All right. Number 4.
Number 4. Okay. Oh, we have the frog spirit.
Oh, gosh, how perfect for that time of year.
That's what I was thinking. It's called the renewal. And so it's kind of interesting and I did not plan this at all, but I was thinking last night as I'm looking through these cards, really feeling into the energy. I was like, we're going to get this card because it's all about being adaptable. It's about restoration and it's about the stages of growth. Like, because you think about, it's so clear, like, how, it's so obvious when you come from a tadpole to a, and then there's so many different frogs, of course, but yeah, we're going to focus on that, the stages of growth. So, or potentially we're going to focus on that.
Love it. Oh, and that gives us automatically gives us an animal to
Oh, right.
our socks. Yes. We know our sock animal already.
Oh,
Uh,
I love it.
okay. Next, we are into number 5, our 5th cycle. This is, oh, I love, it's another wand. So, okay, that's interesting because our word of the year, our collective word of the year is passion.
Hmm.
And so far with Oracle, I'm sorry, with Oracle, we've had different things, but so far with the tarot, this is only the second card of the tarot, and they're both wands, which is all about passion.
There's no coincidence, y'all.
All right. So, all right. So the eight of wands, what we're moving to now with number 5. Okay. The
Oh,
eight
that's
of
a turtle, right? Oh, sorry. I was gonna think it was a frog, but it's a turtle.
the turtle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's smiling too. He's
I
happy.
love it. Hmm.
But the eight's all about change. And so this is going to be more of a focus on any sort of movement, travel, change, things, um, a revolution, so to speak. Right? We're going to revolution. We're going to move up. We're going to cycle up. This is a very positive card. This is about very good news. This is about things happening quickly. And sometimes there could be some split-second decisions and positive resolutions that occur and any quick evolving circumstances.
Oh my gosh. And that's for what month?
Number 5, month number
Okay.
5,
Okay, perfect.
May. We'll say May.
Okay. I love it. Okay, so we're back to our intuitive whispers. Okay. Stop pushing and striving.
Mm.
So this is about basically slowing down, of course. So there's people and they're walking down the meadow, which is perfect for like it looks like summer, doesn't it?
Does, yeah, I love it. Yeah, that feels great. Stop pushing and striving.
And look, it's the six.
Go with the flow.
Yeah,
Hmm.
beautiful.
All right. Number 7. All right, now this one looks, I'm looking up the details here. This one is, what is it, 40,
Ooh.
45.
That one's always intrigued me.
Yes. It's interesting, right? It's about control. It's about wishful thinking, role playing, any sort of manipulation that's going on. And it's about also there's just like creativity, right? Like the world is a stage. So are you going to be a part player, or did you write this play?
Wow. What number
Okay.
is that? What is it?
45. 9, 45.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's go into the sacred forest after that one. Mm,
Okay, we're into August, assuming. Number 8.
yeah. Okay. I've got butterfly spirit. This is number 8. What is that? That is crazy. Okay. All right. Well, there's number 8.
8. Yes, of course it is.
And this
Information.
is transformation. Yep, yep. So, time for a new project or a new cycle, back to school.
Have you noticed like everything is about change?
Yeah, that's really interesting. And it's like up and down kind of thing too. It's like,
Yeah.
you've got the world as the stage over here, and then it's like, but you're going to be a butterfly. So, what does that mean about going into the chrysalis? It's so pretty though, the clam. All right.
All right. So number 9. Oh, we got some cups. I love it. I love the page of cups. Hang on, let me look up. Oops. Let me look up their thing real fast before I show you. Just the basic words. But the page of cups is always, look at this sweet little fish.
Oh,
Isn't she cute?
uh-huh. I do love that deck. Oh, I need to play with mine a little more.
Bring it out and yeah,
Uh-huh.
dust it off and have some fun with it. Yeah. So this
Yeah.
is about creativity and kind of just like synchronistic moments, like really being in tune with that, back to like our intuition, paying attention to that. It's also about inspiration and any sort of artistic or creative expression that we can, and just really pay attention to those serendipitous moments. There's going to be a lot of them. There's potential for love in any new relationship, and nurturing that.
Nice.
And if you notice, like there's the little gift, right? So there's some sort of
Hmm.
message, love message that comes through on this
Oh,
month.
how powerful is that after our transformation, after everything we've been through? It's like, oh, you get a gift.
Yeah.
You deserve a gift. Okay, so now we're back to the intuitive whispers.
What does the 10th month bring us?
And this is for our 10th month. Okay. I love this card. Like,
Oh
it's
gosh,
so
we've
crazy.
referenced books a couple of times. I love that we have that.
Uh-huh. And look at the snake
And the butterfly.
and the butterfly and
There's
the
a frog in there.
oh, really? I don't know how I'd have to look. Oh, I love it. Okay, so your body is like a book. So this deep inner wisdom with your body.
All
So it's
right.
the five, so that'll be interesting. It's kind of, but yeah. All right. I'll take that.
I'll take that. Exciting. Okay, and then for our 11th month, luck. Lady luck is on our
Ooh.
side. All right, so 21 is the number. It is about fate and
That's
taking
awesome.
risks. It's about evaluating any of the odds and superstition. And but it'll help us figure out like are we relying on luck too much? Are we creating our own luck or are we how are we messing with our own luck? Yes.
Yeah, how does that play out?
Yes.
Mm. Back to the forest we go. It's like grounding. It's like we need that out there. And now come back home to the grounding. Okay, so this is what we're going to finish the year with, right?
This is it, number 12.
This is it. Okay, here we go. All right. Dragonfly spirit.
Wow.
All right, so what number is that? 12. Okay, which is beautiful for that. So, what does this mean? It's that perspective.
It's actually number 12.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
It's a couple times
Change.
it popped up. Okay.
Well, so did another number too that
Mhm.
popped up a couple.
8.
Maybe that the 8. Yeah. This is about change. So, and going back to like it's kind of interesting that the luck and then here we have the change in direction, the is an illusion, that luminous, the and being that the veil is going to be thin, just yeah. And the lotus and the waterfall. I think yeah, lots of potential. So, okay.
Potential, lots of change coming up. And I know change is hard for some people. So know that we're here for support and doing this together is not only exciting, but it also helps clarify situations as they come up. So yes, it looks like a lot of fun ahead of us, but
Always. And
a lot of
we'll make the best.
action ahead of us.
Yeah. And that we'll make the best of it because that's what we do, right? We are in this for the long haul and committed, and so we know that our growth is a spiral and that as we continue to do this work that we continue to spiral up. We can stand there and rest if we need to or lay down, whatever that looks like, but the key is to stay on the path. And so as always, we invite you into Luna's Vault Academy, where we manifest with the moon, where we set our intentions, where we create our book of life. So I love that we got that your body is a book, and that's going to be really fun to explore of like putting our divine art alchemy into really embodying it in our body. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, yeah, a lot to look forward to, and it's so much fun to do it together. So please come join us in the academy. And then we also offer one-on-one support. So if you want to transition together with Kathy, with myself, with the two of us together, or either one of us individually, we're here to support you through this. We can choose going through a month or two or several of these cycles and have workshops also that you can do together. So we've got a lot of amazing things coming for this month. Just know that we're here to support you and stay tuned.
Yeah, be sure to let us know what you thought about the calendar, what you thought about our processes. If you have ones that you think that we need to know about, these tend to be our basic, good, solid ones that are nice and easy and fun, and yet very impactful, and can really see a difference with them. So we love your feedback. We love any type of sharing with the things that we talked about. Anything that you want to share, we'd love to see that in the replay, the in the messages, or shoot us an email, whatever that looks like. But let's continue the relationship. Let's continue the conversation, and look forward to walking this journey with you.
It's going to be a fun, exciting, interesting year.
And I'm ready for it. So, blessings for the end of 2024. There's still time to join us in the academy. We have another topic still. So, if you want to go ahead and see what it's like before 2025 hits, come on in. And if not, we love and support you, and we're so grateful to spend this time together.
All right. Love and moonbeams.
Love and moonbeams. Until next time.